Hello and very warm welcome to BNI Deira Podcast today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Okay, so today we have Tasneem, Deepa and Akshat with us. All of you are very new member. I would say none of you have crossed 9 months in BNI.
No.
Right, so I always consider this as a very new members and would like to know about your journey, would like to talk about, what impressed you most when you attended your chapter and how did you join. To start with, can I ask Deepa, when did you first visited any BNI chapter?
Well, to be honest, not a lot of people know this, but I have been as a visitor during COVID on
Okay.
Zoom online. I
Wow.
had attended one of the chapters, and I was asked to join, but then I had some personal restrictions, and so I couldn't, because most of the chapter meetings take place in the mornings. So that is something I could not do. And then when I recently found out about 2 months ago that there's a hybrid chapter and the meetings take place once a month in the evenings, I just jumped in and I joined.
So that morning to evening switch was wonderful
Was
point for
wonderful
you.
for me, yes,
And that is
absolutely.
what opened up the door of possibilities for you, the opportunities for you.
Absolutely. So I've been actually wanting to join BNI for many years now. I've known of BNI. I have a lot of friends and family who are part of BNI, but I never got the opportunity until now.
So Deepa, how long are you a member in BNI and which chapter are you a member of?
So I'm part of BNI Givers, and I've only been 2 months into the
2 months
chapter.
into it.
Yes.
So that's you're still teething,
Yeah.
right? You're still teething, yeah? Two months teething, is it too early for saying teething also?
Not really. I mean, you'd be happy to know that I've managed to close some good business already.
Wow.
So I represent Levante Real Estate, where I specialize into commercial real estate, and I managed to receive a cross-chapter referral, and we successfully closed it, and the business value was about 375,000.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's pretty quick. I never knew that it is happening. The time when I joined BNI, we were given a training, something called referral curve. So we were told like it takes time to build a credibility and establish a credibility. People will trust you. Then you'll get a referral. So we were asked to hold on to it. No worries, it takes time. but when I hear that, I'm really surprised. It's working out.
I was quite aggressive actually when I joined because I already knew of BNI. You can say I had a lot of information of how it works, right? What's required to get business. So the minute I joined, I just jumped into it and I started to build my connection.
For the benefit of the audience, when you say cross chapter, what does that mean?
So basically, I'm part of Givers. The referral that I received was from another chapter. As everyone knows, BNI has a lot of chapters. In UAE alone, I believe there's about 32 chapters. So one of the chapter members referred a lead, and that's how we worked together on it for a month. And I actually received it a month after joining. And
Wow.
then in the second month, we managed to close it.
Wonderful. So it is like when people look at a chapter and they say, okay, I am member of this chapter, and they feel they'll receive referral only from that. It's not like that. You can receive chapter from any BNI member across.
Absolutely. I mean, as a new as a new chapter member, to be very honest with you, I am yet to finish my one-to-ones with my own chapter members.
Yeah.
But I've ended up doing a lot of one-to-ones with cross-chapter members.
Wonderful.
Perhaps because of the category I belong to,
Right.
That has also helped me.
Wow, that's great. So Akshat is a different story. Akshat, you are very new to Dubai.
Yeah.
How long back you moved to Dubai?
I moved here last year in September.
Last year, September. And in BNI, when did you join BNI?
I joined BNI in February, first week.
Okay. And you are originally from Udaipur, Jodhpur?
Yeah,
area?
I'm from Rajasthan, Marwadi.
Marwadi. Yeah. And Akshat, what is your business? Help me understand.
Basically, I am into granite and marble business.
Okay.
The here company name is Acquire International. And in India, we have our manufacturing and trading facilities. So we export worldwide. And here as a
You have
part of
been
expansion.
working quite aggressively on your visibility. I remember you were the title sponsor for the BNI Expo recently happened.
Yes.
That is great. That's great. So Akshat, how is your experience with BNI? And more than that, I want to know from you. I know you are Marwadi, as you said. So you must have done a lot of calculations before coming to BNI.
Yeah.
What made you join BNI Synergy when there are so many chapters across?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing actually. and I did my calculations the way we do in business. So as I came here, being new into country, and most of the people around us are from different backgrounds, different countries. So first of all, the thought was very clear that if I have to develop the business and the relationships and all, BNI is going to actually help me a lot. As I have joined BNI in 2014 in Bangalore, so it was a short time, but I learned BNI very well in that time. So then I called one of my friend. She was from another chapter, and I told her that invite me as a visitor. So she invited me. I visited a chapter. There I learned that how many chapters are there and all in the presentation part. And so then the same day I sit at my home, and I opened all the chapter websites.
Wow.
I took out a paper. I wrote down certain things, the number of members, where is my category vacant, and the chapters which are actually doing the maximum amount of business, and the retaining pattern. How many members are like 4-year-old or 5-year-old or 6-year-old, like that. So 3 or 4 chapters were in my line, and one of them was synergy, and then there were a couple of more chapters. So I visited the other chapters too. There I found that there was a lot of glamour, lots of beautiful things were there, but practically when you talk about the business part, people were not having their calculations in hand. And then I visited Synergy. There also I didn't know anybody. I just went to the website, called one of the guys, and he invited me. In Synergy particularly, what I saw is one of the oldest chapter. Then some members are like 11-year-old, 10 years old, 12 years old. So if somebody is giving 12 years of his life to one chapter, obviously there must be something. And then what I saw more of that, when I get into members details, what I see that most of them are manufacturers. They are not barely traders or middlemen. They are SME, MSME, but manufacturers. Then somebody is into business from 7 years, somebody is into business from 10 years, somebody is into second generation. One member is in third generation of business. So there you actually understand that where from you will get the right connections.
Right. That is very detailed. I have never come across a member who have done this much calculation. It really impresses me that how deep one can go and analyze BNI. And really, I feel proud to be the executive director of the region and inherited Synergy as one of the chapter I have. And you said very correctly, this chapter really has members which are standing there from long time. And they are all business people. They don't bother about wearing a suit tie, but they bother about what business they do.
In Synergy, we talk always about what is happening in Dubai, what is happening in real estate, what is happening in other part of the world and all. And you will see some people, they're not very good with English, even though I'm not very good at, at par. But people will understand your concepts. A lot of people have welcomed me, a lot of my members have welcomed me to understand the concept on which I am working, and they are appreciating me. That has helped a lot.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. That kind of an affirmation and togetherness, it works. And what about you, Tasneem? How long you are in BNI? Which chapter? What category?
So I'm in BNI Continental, and that was the first chapter that I visited as a visitor as well. I think the most thing that attracted me was the warmth that I got from the chapter, because I have been in my business from the past 12 years. I know how it is to be a working mom and to have an add-on responsibility of BNI or doing something other than just your work. I was not ready. I was really not. But then I spoke to the president who was there and all that, and she told me that Tasneem, once you start, you will feel that you're missing out on something from all these years. You will really feel that. And as I started going, I did feel that. I told my president, I said, really, we need to meet every week. You think that is necessary? Because I was not sure. But now I wait for my Thursday meetings. And I really look forward to meeting everyone and all that. Business is coming through. Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy with my business as well. But I know that it's going to grow. I'm waiting for that.
So what is your business category? What do you do?
So my business category is event planning.
Okay.
We do all kind of events from destination weddings to birthday parties, corporate events. And we are a one-stop destination for all your requirements for events because we have artist management and rentals as well.
Right, wonderful.
So yeah, we have like tents. We have a lot of in-house things as well.
And in this time, if I say you have invested some money into BNI, if I say how many X to that money, you are already able to do a business for.
Yes, definitely. I can. I mean, like an amount.
Yeah, if I say like you have invested, let's say BNI membership cost, we all understand
I have
10,000 dirhams
already
approximately.
crossed that for sure, and I have made much more than that.
Okay, that's
I've made
good.
Much more than that.
That's good.
yes.
See, I'm you know what I'm noticing here today, that there was a time when BNI would take time for you to generate
Yes,
business,
definitely.
get referrals, but today the community is much larger. When I joined BNI probably had 350 members or so. Today, after 10 years of BNI and having different regions, we are a community of 1200 people. If we really work well within Dubai, right, the getting the referrals is, piece of cake. Not only that, if you look at the possibility, if I may ask you, have any one of you started connecting with members outside UAE?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I
Right.
have to.
So which country have you connected?
India
Deepa?
mostly.
India.
India mostly.
Me
And
too,
how
in
about
India.
you? India?
Yes.
I connected with the director of BNI in Qatar.
BNI Qatar, Shabib.
Because we are planning to set up a warehouse over there.
Wow.
So
So, look at this possibility. Now you have BNI in Bahrain,
Yeah.
you have BNI in Oman, you have BNI in Qatar. So all these possibilities will amplify the businesses because these countries are also looking for doing events here, right? Or buying property here.
Yeah.
And as he's saying,
Yeah.
set up companies. So, today BNI always promotes this thing, but now more than any time, that local to global. You have got a system. There are worldwide people, 77 countries people are there. If you plan to go local to global, the world is your stage. You have to find out what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And also, just adding to what you just said, earlier it used to be a case of people had to explain to others when they wanted to have visitors on board what is BNI all about. But I don't think that's the case anymore. It's become a brand now. Everyone is aware of what BNI is. Like even when I try to bring in visitors, they already know of BNI.
They know BNI, of course.
So, inviting visitors what do you feel, what are you doing when you are inviting visitors?
Well, for me, it's more like having a fellow colleague member who can vouch for my business and me to give me good referrals and helping me build connections and
Great.
relationships.
That's your what is
Yeah,
your
I,
way?
I just feel I'm increasing my own staff, who are marketing for me, who are working for me. So we are 41 members in Continental.
yeah.
And I do feel that I have a connection with all the 41 members who know what I do and they're working for me.
So you're growing your own team.
I'm growing my own team.
And how do you feel? What is your opinion about that?
Regarding the visitor, I think if you call somebody into your chapter, then the benefit goes, both the directions.
True.
Thus, the one person whom you invited, he can meet, let's say in our chapter, it's like 63 members. So one guy can meet 63 different categories. And all these categories are day-to-day business activities somewhere.
True.
Somebody is lawyer, somebody is contractor, somebody is into events, somebody is into travel. And then the kind of response or the kind of help that you get when you call a BNI member, even though you are not a member, that is meticulous. One of my friends recently got his car water drawn. So just 1 week before, he visited my chapter. He was immediately able to call one of our
Fellow
member.
Garage category.
And it's not that he didn't know anybody else. It's like he came to BNI, attended only one meeting, and he learned the values.
Actually, it's a trust factor for some reason.
Is the trust.
It is
Because
a trust
somebody in this network,
Yes.
you know, the biggest beauty is, a lot of people ask me, Pankaj, how does trust works in the BNI? I said, when I come to a community where everyone is speaking about each other, it is bound that somebody, if somebody is not trustworthy, he cannot stay in the group.
Yeah.
True.
Because
Very true. Very true.
people will definitely not talk good about that person. They will feel uncomfortable. They cannot be in the group if they are not trustworthy. That's one point of it. Secondly, when I look at, BNI has this philosophy of givers gain. Somebody has invited me to BNI, which changed my life, which is helping me grow my business very smoothly. I want to give back that same favor to someone out there
Exactly.
in my context sphere
Exactly.
who is probably struggling for the business or who wants to grow but don't know how to go forward. So that comes to my purpose of, like I say, my purpose is nurturing leaders. This is also nurturing a leadership into somebody by showing them a possible way to grow in which I am benefiting, right? So it's like giving back to the society. That's the element I feel when I invite the visitors. We are opening a door of opportunity for them.
It's like I want to add one thing. I joined BNI in February, and since then, if you see, it's like 3 months. So in 3 months, I was just checking my statistics, how many referrals I have gotten. In short, I can say 102 referrals
Wow.
so far I have received.
Wow.
Okay, and some of them are almost the direct business. Some are referral partners. But these 102 contacts in my phone, they are like, if I call anybody of them at this point of time, in case he is busy, it's okay. I will get the call back.
So
this
you got
is-
those 102
Yes.
contacts within
Contacts.
just 2-3 months
Yeah.
of time.
So I would like to say on that we we are a 12-year-old company, and I have got two partners with me who are also, we are three ladies doing it together. From a very long time we were thinking, okay, you know what, the kids are going to school in the morning, now we're going to go reach out hotels, we are going to do this. It's never happened. It's never happened. But from the time that I've joined BNI, I know I already have my database.
Yes.
I have my people who I can contact, and now what I'm doing is that I am approaching event companies who I would not have even thought about going before. But because I know that they are BNI members, they have already worked, they are a perfect referral, a perfect connect for me. So it's so much more easier.
Very
It's
easy.
just so much more
You know,
easier.
the last part which I would want to include in this podcast today, what's the most funny moment you have had in BNI? Because I heard always like chapters, so I miss that. I have a FOMO over there. Being a ED, I cannot be a member there. I cannot enjoy on the ground. So what is happening? What's the most, laughable, funny moment you have had in your chapter, which, still brings a smile on your face?
Moment,
I mean, to be honest, givers, there's a lot of fun going on all
yeah,
the
I mean,
time.
that way staycations
within
are
the
a lot of
chapter.
fun, yeah.
I've attended 2 socials, and they've both been quite fun, and everyone's like nice,
Yeah,
social, so that in itself is a good thing.
So it is not like business only,
No.
Oh, not at all, not at all,
right? Not that intense business environment.
not at all.
You have fun, you enjoy.
No.
And
So we
how
look
many
forward
socials
to
have
the
you
socials.
attended?
Right now we just had a staycation.
Staycation.
It's a staycation, and it was so much fun. It was
And
just-
is that there is no shareable fun moment out here, or there is no fun moment out there?
No, there are a lot of fun moments, definitely a lot of fun moments. And in that, I think you become more like a family, and you know each other more.
Meaning with these socials, I say, even in school or colleges, in all our business life, if you recall in the classrooms, you don't become friends.
Yeah.
You become friends out in
the
canteen.
Canteen.
Right? Similarly, the chapters, they become friends. They become family. If I look back, I am 10-year-old in BNI. I don't have a friend who is not BNI. All my friends gradually entered into BNI.
BNI.
When they saw me, things are happening, they liked it every time BNI is coming up. So now every place there's, BNI. BNI is become an integral part. Like anything happens. I want to give a testimonial right here today. Just last week, I was in Kolkata, standing by my relative who were given 33 units of blood.
Yeah, you.
Is a lot,
told me.
right?
Right.
And what I did, I didn't know anybody in Kolkata. It was the second time I was in that city. And hospital declared that we need to arrange A positive blood group. I called here, I told Shelly to send the message in the group here. And then the national director BJ Shah, he called the Kolkata BNI ED and they sent the message there. Can you believe I had 28 people coming to hospital to give the blood within 24 hours?
We can believe because it's BNI.
Definitely.
Honestly,
It's BNI. They don't know me.
I think BNI is just not about Business Network International anymore. It's about bonding.
See, they knew that if a demand has come, it is a genuine demand. first of all,
Yes.
Right? So,
legitimacy is the first thing that comes in mind. If
I
somebody
approached
calls,
some other communities. They said because I was not part of them, they asked me, Pankaj bhai, can you send us the document from a hospital that this is required because that's needed in our group. But nobody in BNI asked me because we have a trust.
Yeah.
That if Pankaj is saying this is the requirement, he's not asking blood to sell. He's asking for somebody in dire situation.
yes,
And that was like overwhelming for my relatives to see that kind of support coming from my groups. And that's what I call at times fun and at times these weak moments when people come and
The
stand
emotional
with you.
connect, actually.
Right?
True,
These are
very true.
very emotional moments when people come and stand with you. The ED out there called me at least 3 times in those days, Pankaj bhai, anything
Are
you
you
need.
okay? All okay.
Members from here who have home, they are calling me, Pankaj bhai, can we send food kahin pe aapka, we can make the food, we can send your home. That's the kind of support unimaginably you are getting. And that's what I call as the power of BNI. So BNI business, believe me, you are a new member. If we meet you again after 3 years, business will be byproduct.
yes,
Yeah,
very
it's
true. Very
Right?
true.
Business, so it
I think
comes.
it's already like that.
It's an automatic flow, it comes.
Yes.
But we are getting to know each other more, we are learning from each other more.
It's more of an extended family. That's what I feel.
So just now, last week I invited Akshat to another very close group of mine, which we called Wisdom Exchange.
Wisdom exchange.
Right? And this is like elite business people. We just sit there and we run a forum, a very structured way. I run another group of SME owners actually. And that SME owners group is business coaching. So I'm a coach, mentor, also how can I give back? How can I participate in your journey? That's my way of doing that. BNI is one structure which is happening. But we have even given a beautiful name to this, SME Growth Fusion. So SME Growth Fusion group is the business coaching for SMEs. So like any SME person out there will have a challenge. We'll discuss around that challenge. We'll help them find a solution for their challenges. And that's how we are all learning. Right? In the wisdom exchange, these people does not need those coaching. What they need to learn from each other's wisdom. So I run their forum in a very structured way. And can you believe I am right now in a trainings to be a certified forum trainer.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm doing something, I would want to put a structure to it. I want to do it very, very authentically. That's all beautiful. And, things are coming. You'll be surprised again in October on the gala. I'm planning my second book launch, which will be wonderful for all the SMEs. We have given it a beautiful name, My Dates with SME Owners.
Sponsored by Acquire International.
See, you have given me little relaxation on my event coming. Because the going out and asking for, sponsorships for the gala is the toughest part for me. But and for that really, I just call some of my members. I say, bhai, gala is coming. Pankaj bhai, you just let me know what to do. I don't call someone who would say no to me. It's just difficult. And good, thank you very much with this endless event.
Same here.
And I wish you all the best in your journey. I am your go-to person anytime you need any help. Feel free to connect with me. And I'm always there. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for
Thank you, Pankaj bhai.
letting us manifest more business. I've started manifesting more business for myself, and I'm
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.